Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima and I'm here checking out Kung Fury Street Rage. How the hell do I have Kung Fury when it's only out on European accounts as this video is going up? Well, I'm on a European account right now because due to the fact that I also have European code for Drive Girls and there are some games I haven't gotten around to on a European account, I'm on a European account for a while. So I'm going to be going through these videos. I'm actually going to be recording the majority of them today, which is going to be fun. My video on Drive Girls will be up next week when the embargo breaks. The other ones, I have no idea. You'll have to wait until embargo for those. You got two modes in Kung Fury Street Rage, the Endless Mode and the Story Mode. The Endless Mode is exactly what it sounds like. The Story Mode is also exactly what it sounds like, but with a little bit of a difference. So we'll just select the first chapter, because it's the only chapter that actually lets you view the cutscene, which actually has voice acting, if you can believe it.
Hacker man, this doesn't look like the beach. Where the hell did you hack us?
According to my algorithm calculations, it seems like we might just have ended up in the...
What the hell? Oh dear. Last time I was inside someone, it felt much more like...
This could mean trouble.
Yeah, his pecs are epic.
No, Kung Fury. We got company.
Damn it. Not my kind of company. I'll take care of this.
And that's it. It's based off a movie from 2015 that got funded via Kickstarter. So it's basically just one gigantic reference to the 80s. And while all of basically everything might as well be a giant reference to the 80s, the gameplay is not. Have you ever heard of a game called One Finger Death Punch? It was a Xbox Live Indie Games title before getting ported to the PC. And that game was genius in its simplicity. You moved to the left or right, and also moving at the same time counts as an attack. So when you do an attack, you will do one of any number of animations of killing the poor bastards that are coming at you. There are different enemies, of course, and they all do different things, and you have to take them out in different ways. Like the yellow-haired Aryan guy here, you take him out via 2 hits instead of the regular one. So the game just devolves, well, not so much devolves, but it basically just turns into a rhythmic pressing of the left and right keys in order to get the job done. It's a very simple style of gameplay, but due to the way that the enemies get changed up, and I'll be going to the Endless Mode to show this shortly, because the Endless Mode has all the enemies unlocked by default. By having so many different kinds of enemies, like that little nurse lady here, who you need to hit on both sides in order to take care of properly, it keeps things relatively fresh, and it is really fast and furious, and it fits Kung Fury to a T. This is exactly what I'd expect from a Kung Fury game. And I keep missing, there's a reason for that. You don't have to worry about the bonus right now, because the bonus only takes effect in the Endless Mode. Here is just a management of your... It's just a display of your... how many times you manage to hit someone without missing yourself. Thankfully, it doesn't go down completely if you miss, but if you get hit, it goes straight back down to 1. And now we have a boss fight!
We'll see about that, coinsucker.
Boss fights work slightly differently. You move left and right. And you also have the ability to punch. You just basically just gotta wait for him to sit down, then beat his ass. With double taps instead of just regular holds for attacks. It's a nice change on the formula. I never thought I'd see One Finger Death Punch get cloned by Kung Fury, but ow. But what they've got works fairly well. There are a couple of things that are worth noting, like for example, there aren't as many frames of animation on everything, which kind of sucks considering the amount of animation that was in One Finger Death Punch bordered on absolutely ridiculous. Well, the animation here is alright. But it's just slightly disappointing not to see it at a extremely high standard, like One Finger Death Punch had. So what we're going to do is we're just going to skip to the end of this set of cutscenes here. And we are going to go back to the... We're going to go back to the main menu. We're going to play Endless Mode this time. And we're going to play as my favorite character next, which is Hacker-Man. Hacker-Man is awesome. So, how he works is he has to charge his gun up, and he does that by more or less sending out hits in every direction, and once he's done 4 hits in a row, he one-shot kills or 2-shot kills. He's basically a really strong attacker. He's also the only, well, not the only example, but I'm just kind of surprised that a ranged character works so well in this game. Obviously, if the guys get too close to you, you will take a hit, and if you run out of hearts, it's game over. Not hard to do in this game, especially in the campaign mode, because in the campaign mode, you saw that I had to do 3 waves of guys there, right? If I had died on any one of those waves, it would have sent me back to the beginning of the stage. Not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, for the first level at least, but you want to know how many waves you have to start to do at the, well, basically afterwards? You have to start doing... Oh man, I died. One more go with Hacker-Man. I gotta have one more go with Hacker-Man. I love Hacker-Man. Probably because I'm Hacker-Man, just without the really cool voice. You have to start doing anywhere up to 6 waves in a row in order to survive to the boss fight. And it gets a little bit ridiculous. It took me like 20 to 30 minutes to beat Hacker-Man stage in the story mode. And he's just the 3rd character. You get 5, and the 5th is just a repeat of... Well, it's not so much a repeat, but it's a... You play as Kung Fury again. It does make things challenging, that's for sure, but it just kind of feels ridiculous after a little while. Just kind of freaking out right now because I can't exactly see what I'm doing. Ooh, dear. Deary, deary me. You would reckon Hacker-Man to be really powerful, but they actually do a really smart thing with him, and they limit... They actually do button queuing with Hacker-Man, which actually prevents you from spamming it without having to worry about running out of... Having to worry about, overshooting, which is actually nice. Let's play as Barbariana. She also has 2 hearts, which is kind of weird, but not the worst thing in the world. So, she is almost the same as Kung Fury, but every 5th hit she does is a machine gun barrage that kills everybody in that direction, no questions asked. Very interesting character, also quite powerful, considering she can clear literally one side of the screen at once. My dog's about to go off, and I apologize for that, but I'm not really talking that much anyway. I could probably just cut that out. Oh, dear. Alright, let's try that again. It is still a very satisfying game to play, though, even with the couple of things I've mentioned. The animation still manages to remain pretty damn smooth. And the sort of just outright carnage that you'd get in games like One Finger Death Punch is fairly represented here. There is one problem with the game's graphics, though, which I would like to bring up. Well, actually, to be fair, there's two. The first is this weird CRT filter there is over everything. It's a little odd. Like, you can see it if you look really closely if you're playing, like, a high-definition mode, or, to be fair, I can't even be sure of that, because YouTube has this weird, annoying tendency to... shit. Well, it does have this weird tendency to shit itself whenever there's a lot of stuff going on screen at once, but still, you might be able to see it if you're in 1080p HD or whatever. And that's just this weird little grid-like filter that makes it look like you're looking through a chain-link fence. It just doesn't look right. Alright. I will go play as Triceratops now, although he's the character I'm worse with. Triceratops, sorry. Triceratops. You need to go see the movie. It's free on YouTube, so there's no reason not to. Kung Fury is ridiculous. And the gimmick with this character is every time he fires off his guns, he moves away. So he's like constantly just going all over the flippin' screen. He does have some... God, I've done it again. He does have some... What's the word I'm looking for? He does have a lot of health to make up for it, but still. He moves like crazy, and you can very clearly get on the other side of a character you didn't want to be on the other side of. But yeah, look at that. Look at how crazy the movement is with this guy. Yeah, I really do suck with this guy, can you tell? But anyway, the second problem I was going to say I had with this game's graphics was, it's kind of hard to tell when you're in range of somebody. Like, on Hacker-Man, this isn't a problem, but with the characters that are all physical based, and even Triceratops to a point, because he does have a ranged attack, but it's not infinite range, it doesn't go the entirety of the screen. For characters like Triceratops and Kung Fury, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what their range is. You can get used to it. It doesn't change or anything. It's not entirely unfair. It's just with... Ow. With One Finger Death Punch, which is what this game is obviously aping, you had a very clear visual cue when you could hit someone. I apologize for the trophy pop-up. I usually try not to have them, but this Vita still hasn't really been configured from its default settings yet. Ow. Oh, I just backstepped right into that. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. You do get the ability to tell later on. Well, not so much later on, but you do develop the ability as you play through the game, so later on is technically correct. You do get the ability to tell exactly what their ranges are eventually, but still, it'll be nice to have some kind of visual communique to know when they're in range of getting their asses beat. There is one other thing too, and that's the lack of online leaderboards. While I'm not entirely against the removal of them, because it basically would just turn into an endurance match. At the same time, it would be nice to, like, see how my friends are doing and try and beat them, so... You know, not the worst thing in the world, but it would have been nice to have anyway. You do have that local scoreboard, and in order to fill out the trophy list, you will need to get the top score on that leaderboard. Down I go. One more try as Kung Fury to end the video off, because we're about 16 minutes in and I still have 3 videos to do today. Despite all the little things that I've said about Kung Fury, I like it. It only costs £3.29, which I imagine is going to translate to $5 or something in US dollars. Which isn't a bad price for it. I'd probably prefer the original One Finger Death Punch, but, well, we aren't playing that on the go without a GPD win, so... This will do, and it's still fun nonetheless. You do get, like, an hour or two's worth of story content, and then you've got the endless mode with the 4 different characters, and the 4 different characters do provide variety. Would be nice to have some background variety, but... What are you gonna do? The game itself works fine. Oh god, I don't even know what hit me there. And I just got kicked in the nuts by a freaking robot. The gameplay variety is nice, it does work, I'm just pretty bad at it because I haven't played One Finger Death Punch in ages. So yeah, that was Kung Fury Street Range. For Street Rage, not Street Range. That would make it sound like you're playing golf on a bloody road, but I don't mind it. I might not recommend it at its $5 price tag, but at the same time, if you like the look of what you're seeing, you don't mind that it's basically just 2 buttons left and right, you'll probably have a good time picking it up. As for the other European videos I'm going to be doing, the ones that are better late than never videos are going to have to go on my Patreon, because I am not going to find time to put them up for a while. They will be going up public eventually, so you don't have to donate to me for Patreon. You don't have to donate to me to see them, but you'll see them earlier, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, and Drive Girls is coming soon. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.